Nigerians blast Bode George for saying that Bola Ahmed Tinubu inherited an empty treasure, while Mr. Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State, has schooled Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Watch the video, guys. But before I drop that video, hear what Ugochi have to say about the saga between the NLC and the Nigerian government. Watch the video.
The NLC president did not commit any terrorism or murder charge. Drop it! Drop it! So you don't bring people back to the street and create confusion for the president. If you want to help President Tinubu, you go and chase out those bandits in the forest. You go and find out why crude oil is still being stolen. You don't help President Buhari by inviting Nigerian Labour Congress president and accusing him of terrorism and murder and treason. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! There's serious issues. Stop it! If you don't know what people are doing, these people leave the place. The president needs help. There's insecurity. People are not farming. That's why there's economic hardship. That's why price of food products produce are high. This is the real terrorism. That is the real arson. That is the real terror. That is the real murder that you need to deal with. Not Comrade Ajero, the president of Nigerian Labour Congress. I think I have to. The country is at a difficult moment now. Economic challenges, security challenges. To invite one of the shining light that have been in the defense of interests of workers, interests of the Nigerian people, will be seen to be provocative and challenging. And I don't think Nigerians will want to accept that at this moment. Let's not do something that will reignite another round of Arab Spring or another African Spring or crisis, because you may think you're playing with something and then you go there to do it, and then workers on the street and Nigerians on the street, and then this thing blows out of what you thought you were going to do with inviting him. So I think this invitation is not, I don't see any basis for that, because I know Comrade Ajero very closely, and I can tell you that Ajero is not involved in any terrorist plot. Ajero is not involved in any terrorism plot. Ajero is not involved in any murder charge. And like I said before, based on personal experience, I have been charged for murder, I've been charged for terrorism, I've been charged for arson, I've been charged for sedition, I've been charged for all these things. And that's why I never for one day got worried, because I know these are baseless charges. These are charges that is emanating from a rule book operated by the likes of Nkurunziza of Burundi, or Mobutu Sese Seko of Zaire, or Paul Biya of Cameroon, or Yedema of Togo, and so on and so forth. I think, it's provocative. We're trying to find a way to maintain stability now. We're trying to find a way to navigate through these economic challenges so that unrest can calm down. We're trying to find a way to ensure that there's increased revenue and so on and so forth. I think the police force should use that energy to find out what is going with our oil production, what the oil thieves are doing, what is leading to drop in crude oil production that has affected revenue drastically, which is now increasing insecurity, terrorism, and other activities. They should focus on how to generate revenue so that the federal government can be able to pay the new minimum wage. They should focus on how to wipe out the bandits and the criminal elements holding different forests and different travel routes. Today, people cannot even travel on the highway. So if you have a police force that knows that their hands are filled up with a lot of challenges that they have been unable to address in the last few months, and then that police force now have free time to invite the president of Nigerian Labour Congress over terrorism, over murder, over arson, over treason, I think we should not be joking with everything. Issues of terrorism, issues of murder should not be used for joke. And I would advise the police force, based on personal experience, you don't do it, because that degrades, denigrates the police force. It's not necessary, because I've had that personal experience. You people should not be allowing yourself to be dragged into this political issue. Police force should be meant for maintaining law and order and fighting for the interests of the people, not any group of people. You don't need to like my face. You can even bring new charges if you want. But what I'm trying to say in effect is that we should not joke with the Nigerian police force. We should be aiming to be like police force in Germany, police force in the LPD, NYPD, even Ghana police force. They don't get involved in, if somebody is criticizing government, the next thing you slam him with terrorism charge. If somebody says the president's head is black instead of white, you slam him with murder and sedition. Please stop it. So I want the police force to withdraw and I'm speaking and I'm saying this on behalf of the opposition coalition. I want the police force to drop their invitation. Withdraw it. Just there's no need for all this garagara. Just withdraw it. Achero did not NLC president did not commit any terrorism or murder charge. Drop it. Drop it. So you don't bring people back to the street and create confusion for the president. If you want to help President Tinubu, you go and chase out those bandits in the forest. You go and find out why crude oil is still being stolen. You don't help President Buhari by inviting Nigerian Labour Congress president and accusing him of terrorism and murder and treason. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! There's serious issues. Stop it! If you don't know what people are doing, these people leave the place. The president needs help. There's insecurity. People are not farming. That's why there's economic hardship. That's why price of food products produce are high. This is the real terrorism. That is the real arson. That is the real terror. That is the real murder that you need to deal with.
That is Ugo Chinyere speaking, telling Nigerian police that the charge against Ajero doesn't make sense. Alright guys, let's go back to Peter Obi and the Bode judge. Mr. Peter Obi, who took to his X handle early hours today and tweeted, "Now that the presidential jet has arrived, from all indications, despite all the denials and back and forth over the newly acquired presidential aircraft, the jet is now here thanks to the French court that helped Nigerians to get the information. Now that the jet is here, can Nigerian taxpayers whose money was used to purchase it need to be private to how much it cost and how old the aircraft is and how long it has been in operation?" In addition, Nigerians also deserve to know about how the old jets being disposed, how many of them, how old they are, and why they are being sold. Transparency and accountability should be the hallmark of any genuine leadership. Peter Obi, who maintained that the government will lose nothing but respect if it fails to provide adequate information about its leadership to the people whose money is being deployed and whose mandate the president is holding. A presidential jet is a major symbol of national sovereignty and state power. How much it costs to transport the president is a major issue of public accountability. I hope that Nigerians will not be denied the right of full disclosure on the new presidential jet. Peter Obi. So Peter Obi is telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he should tell us how far, everything about the presidential jets. Bode judge wrote, "Tinubu inherited an empty treasure and a country that has been bankrupted by the past administration, but Tinubu bought a 150 million jet for himself. Going by the current exchange rate, $150 million times 1,619 will give us 242 billion 882 million 554,120.375 billion. Now, where did Bola Ahmed Tinubu see this money to buy presidential jets since he met an empty treasury?" Bode judge also wrote, "Tinubu said he inherited an empty treasure, but Tinubu he budgeted and disbursed 21 billion for VP's Shetima's residence. Just a harmless question. When Osibanjo and GEJ was vice president, were they sleeping in the bushes, under the bridge, or inside the gutter? That Tinubu would budget a whopping 21 billion to construct a new residence for Shetima. Bear in mind that Nigeria already have a place where the VPs before Shetima was staying. So why will Shetima's own be different?" Bode judge also said that Tinubu inherited an empty treasure, but the first thing Tinubu did when he made himself the president of Nigeria was to buy a yacht of 5 billion naira for himself. Which reasonable president or leader would do such, given the depth of hardship he plunged Nigerians into? Guys, there are a lot of it. There are a lot of it. Let's hear your view on the comment section.